Why is one home selling in 5 days, while the one next door is still sitting after 65? The same market, same interest rate.
So what's actually going on? Here's the truth. The speed of the Orange County housing market is not random. It depends on three things: price, location, and whether the home is attached or detached. If you understand these three factors, you can predict how fast a home will sell. And more importantly, you can avoid costly mistakes. Let's start with the big picture. The Orange County housing market today is not crashing, but it's also not moving like it did a few years ago. Prices are relatively stable. In some areas, slightly up. In others, flat. But the real change is not price, it's speed. Homes are taking longer to sell. Inventory is rising. And buyers are more selective than before. They are no longer crushing into every property. They are comparing options. They are negotiating. They are waiting for the right opportunity. So what we have today is not one market. It's multiple macro markets. Some homes sell fast. Some homes sit. And the difference comes down to three factors. Let's start with the most important factor: price. Price is the number one driver of speed. Not condition, not staging, not marketing. Price. Let's break it into three segments. This is typically the fastest moving segment. Why? Because this is where most buyers are. First-time buyers, investors, entry-level demand. If a home in this range is priced correctly, it can still sell quickly. Sometimes with multiple offers. This is where urgency still exists. This is the most competitive segment. There are still many buyers, but there are also more options. So pricing becomes critical. If you price it right, it moves. If you price it slightly too high, it slows down immediately. Buyers notice, they compare, and they move on. This is where the market slows down the most. Fewer buyers, more hesitation, and much higher expectations. Overpricing in this range gets exposed very quickly. The pool of buyers is smaller, so the margin for error is also smaller. Here is the key takeaway. The higher the price, the more sensitive buyers become. Now, let's talk about location. Orange County doesn't move as one market. Each city behaves differently. Even within the same city, each neighborhood can behave differently. Areas like Irvine, Newport Beach, top school districts, these locations still have strong demand. Even in a slower market, homes here tend to move faster. Buyers are willing to compete for the right location. In other areas, buyers have more choices, more inventory, less urgency. So homes take longer to sell, and pricing mistakes are less forgiving. Here's the key shift. In 2021, almost everything sold. In today's market, only the right location sells fast. Now the third factor, and this is where many sellers get it wrong. Property type, attached versus detached. Single-family homes tend to perform better. Why? Because they offer something buyers value more: privacy, space, lifestyle. These are emotional purchases. So if priced correctly, detached homes can still sell relatively fast. Condos and townhomes behave differently. They are more price sensitive. Buyers compare them more directly. They also compete with new construction. And buyers factor in HOA fees, density, shared walls. So these properties often move slower unless they're priced very strategically. Here's the key insight. Attached homes behave more like commodities detached homes behave more like lifestyle assets. Now, let's put everything together. This is how the market really works. If a home is well priced, in a strong location, and detached, it will likely sell fast. If a home is average location, attached, but priced correctly, it may sell at a moderate price. If a home is overpriced, in an average location, and attached, it will likely sit. And if a home is high-end, overpriced, and targeting a niche buyer, it may take a long time to sell. Here is the most important line. You are not competing with the market. You are competing with the alternatives that buyers have. So, if you are thinking about selling, don't just ask, how is the market? That question is too general. Instead, ask, where does my home fit in the market? Is it in the fast-moving category, the average category, or the slow-moving category? Because that determines everything. Pricing strategy, timing, negotiation power. If you want, I can help you analyze your specific property and show you exactly where it sits in today's Orange County market. Fast-moving, average, or slow-moving. And if you find this helpful, subscribe for more insights and how the Orange County housing market really works.